What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Coach Joyner's War Room. As we are closing in on the SimWorld prep deadline for signing with y'all new teams, as y'all teams rosters are getting finalized, this is the time y'all should be. It should have been happening, but if it hasn't been happening, now you need to be getting to know your teammates now. Chemistry is one of the most important things in sports, in life, in everything. So you need to be getting to know these guys. And chemistry is on display right now in the SimWorld SWBA finals. We got two teams who they have stars, but the talent around them, you wouldn't look at the talent on paper and be like, this is a really great team on paper. On paper, this isn't a team that y'all would have picked to win the finals. Maybe OKC, but definitely not the Pacers. And if anybody say they had the Pacers in the finals, they're either a Pacers fan or they're lying to you. But these guys are feeling off of chemistry, especially the Pacers. They know where each other are going to be. They know who can do what, and they trust each other. This is what you need in this upcoming SW prep season. You need to trust in your teammates. You need to know where they're going to be so you can hit them on these cuts. Hit them when they're wrapping around, coming off for a three. Because without that chemistry, then you're late. And if you're late, the defense can get set up. You want to be able to catch the defense off guard. You want to be able to just play with some flow, with some. You don't want to be able to. You don't need to think. I mean, obviously you want to think, but you don't want to. You don't want to have to think where your teammate's gonna be. You should already know where he's gonna be. You should know what he likes to do, what he doesn't like to do. And that's not just for your running mate, for the star players. That's not for your Batman and your Robins. That's for everybody on the court. Even your role players, you should know where they're gonna be. You should know how they like the ball being passed to them. These are the questions that you need to be asking and the answers you need to be getting before the season even starts. Because the easier it is to set up your teammates, the easier your life is going to be. Every shooter is going to say they want the ball anyway, anyhow. But let's be honest. A lot of the main shooters in the SWBA want it with the laces. They want the laces. That improves their shooting. That makes them more confident. I don't get it personally. I would think it's the same thing. But whatever works in their head, whatever makes them play better, that's all that matters to me. I'm not going to question it. I just want them to play better. What gets your guys going? Those are the other things you need to know. Not just the on the court stuff. Off the court stuff. Before the game and after. What's going to get your guys going? What's going to get your big man hyped up to go and get them boards for you? Go get them blocks and play that mean defense that you want them playing. What after the game, if y'all take a bad loss, what's going to get your guys back motivated to come out next time and give it their all? These are the things you need to know. This is chemistry. Not just the on the court, not just the off the court, all of it. You need to know your teammates. Because if you don't know your teammates, then what are you? You can't be the leader of a team if you don't know them. And you're not helping your leader if you're not willing to give that information. If you don't know yourself enough to give this information, it's time to find that out. Tell your guys how you want to play, how you need to feed, how you want them to play to feed off you. Like, it's a give and take. Y'all supposed to help each other. Y'all part of the same team now. Y'all part of the same family for this next year. And maybe if the connection's right, y'all can be part of the same team these next coming years. This can be a duo that y'all take to trio that y'all take to college and then the pros. If you're lucky enough, the pros you don't really have a choice, but college you have the choice. This can be chemistry that you can take on. Just like the Knicks and the Nova Knicks. They got that chemistry and they love playing with each other. And you can see it on the court that they were teammates in college and for a long time, that they just know where each other's going to be. OG doesn't have to look behind him to see if Mikal has his backside if he gets beat. He already trusts that Mikal is right there. So if he gets beat, he already knows Mikal's right here. He's going to pick up and I can just go ahead and switch. He doesn't have to look back and take that half a second to think. That way I can go ahead and get to the corner and not give the offensive player a chance to hit the corner where Mikal was supposed to be, because I've already covered it. Because if I'm thinking too much, I'm looking back, he hit the corner and that shot's up. It's those little things. You save those little seconds. Those seconds matter. Especially the more you go up, the faster these guys play, the quicker their decision making is. Those little seconds that you think don't matter, they matter. And in prep it matters too, because these are the best prep players. You're not playing against the random ninth grade kid that should be on JV, but is on varsity because the high school team is weak. No, you're playing against the best prep players in the country. So you should treat it as such. Let these guys are great in their own right. They need to know how you like to play. You need to know how they like to play. And this shouldn't just be a before the season thing. Obviously, it's important to get this information out there now, but throughout the season, if your preferences change, let that be known. And your coach should be helping facilitate this. If your coach isn't helping facilitate this, then I feel sorry for you. He should have been doing this. But where does your main star like you to be when he's on ISO? Does he want you in that corner? Does he want you on the elbow instead? Like, these are the things that you need to know to make your team better. Now, this isn't just for the players. The coaches need to go ahead, if they haven't done this already, but go ahead and get that information to the players so that they can go ahead and start working on it. Because the tendencies matter. Your tendencies, the players around you, all of this matters, because the little details matter when it comes to winning the championship. Like I said, the SWBA finals right now is down to 2 teams that are taking the tiny details and maximizing them. They're taking what each other like to do. The Pacers are playing with pace right now. They're doing all that pace, running up and down, but they don't slow down because they know where each other are going to be. They know what each other like to do. So they don't have to slow down. They can keep playing with that pace. They can keep the speed high. That's why they're staying in it with OKC. OKC is a much better team than them, but they're staying in it because they just don't have to think. They don't have to take that extra second to think about, oh, is Pascal going to cut or is he going to stay? I already know he's cutting. Okay, I can throw the lob. I can play with that I can just play. Like, I can play loose. I can play fast. I don't have to slow it down every time. And that way, I catch these better teams off guard. But that's all I have for y'all today. Chemistry matters. Get in the gym. Work on y'all chemistry. Just have a practice session where y'all just sit down and talk. See y'all next week. Peace.